Oh, that is still very scary to this day. Oh my god, we're doing it, everybody. This is The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. I'd like to welcome all of you. I'm Joey T. And I'm very excited because this is my first solo Let's Play. I do have another channel with my mom called Joey and Mom Play Games where we play. That's one of my kitties. Where we play games together. But you know, I just decided one day I really want to. I play video games a lot on my own anyway, so why not just voice my thoughts that I'm having while I'm playing video games out loud, and you guys can watch it, and we're just gonna have a fun time together. Right, Tashi? That's one of my little kitties. Oh, so you might be wondering why Majora's Mask. Well, it's a game that's always been near and dear to my heart, as I'm sure it is for many of you watching. And it really is, as I get older even too, such a very transcendent, spooky, and thought-provoking experience. Like, honestly, most Zelda games are that way, but the things that the context and the contents of Majora's Mask are quite unique, and I really no video game up to this point in time has replicated just quite what it's like. And here we're about to see the Skull Kid with Majora's Mask. Oh, I used to. Maybe some of you can share this in this sentiment with me that I used to have visions of the Skull Kid being outside of my window, my bedroom window at night. So that was a great. Bless you. My little kitty likes to sneeze. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to press start. I'm very excited. Oh my god. Okay, so we have two files here. This was my main file growing up. My uncle, I can actually hear him washing dishes downstairs now. He would love to, I mean, he's always loved Lord of the Rings, and he would name all his characters Frodo, so I took up the mantle, and this was my file growing up. And as you can see, we got all the stuff, the hearts, all the masks. I think it's at 24. And this is my, not too long ago, maybe a couple years ago I was playing this, so we're going to create a new file. We're gonna chart. Dear God, we're off to a good start. We're gonna start this journey together. I like to name my characters Poofda. Why do I like that, you may ask? And where is that from? That is from an episode of the Office with Ricky Gervais and Michael Scott meets the character of Ricky Gervais, who I think it's supposed to be his character from the UK Office, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And he's like immediately is saying, "Hey, can I run a English character I'm working on by you?" And his name was Reginald Poofda. So I usually like to name my characters Poofda. If not, if they have the room, it's the full name, Reginald Poofda. Whew, and we're starting the game. So basically, we're talking about at the start of this game, it picks off very quickly from where we left off. Child Link and his journey at the end of Ocarina of Time, where Navi just like immediately pieces out, and he spent his whole journey with her through time. So very sentimental friend to him. So he's in the Lost Woods looking for Navi, and as we know, in the Lost Woods, it's very easy to get, shall we say, lost. So it seems the Lost Woods is far more deep than we might have thought from the last game. So here we have the two new fairies in this game, Tattle and Tail. Oh man. Yeah, there's just... What is it? Can you guys tell me about the Skull Kid and what... I mean, there are obvious things that make him so creepy. It is the pairing with Majora's Mask, of course, because the mask itself is inherently creepy. And for a young boy, I think I was 5 years old. I'm probably a little older when I did end up getting the game, probably 7 or 8. So this was the early 2000s, because this game came out in 2000. And back then, I really just didn't like scary stuff in general. And, whoops, Tashi's moving my mic. She's so cute, my little Tashi girl. I just didn't like scary stuff at all. Like, I really wanted to, but something kept drawing me to them. Like, I would play Luigi's Mansion with my cousin Luke, and when I would play it by myself, I just, I don't think I sought refuge in the gallery at the beginning of Luigi's Mansion. I didn't want to leave and actually go back to the mansion because it's scary. So, but nowadays, I'm a young, older man of 26 years old, and I actually really enjoy the horror genre nowadays, and I really love being spookied, scaried. So it's this being older, it's the stuff like that makes you appreciate more scary stuff. And like in this game, you peel past the layers of what used to scare you as a kid, now that you've found maturity. We're actually about to start playing. So we saw the opening is Skull Kid steals our horse, steals Epona. I think he steals the ocarina here too. Ah, yes, he does. We do have our sword, though, the Kokiri sword, and the hero's shield, which presumably Zelda had crafted for us after we saved Hyrule the first time. Sent us on our way. So this is like a good... Even though there's a sense of urgency in this part of the game, you can kind of just hang out, farm for some roots. If you're not familiar with Zelda, then you can get used to the controls. All the while, this very, very hectic music plays. And here's another cool part that they added. So that in Zelda game, 3D Zelda games at least, it's a very big theme to do auto jumping. So you just press forward and you jump. And Link is clearly, he's getting on in the years, he's getting more experience, so he's doing those flips, which I always found to be really cool. And now we fall. So this is actually a highly debated part of this game, because we don't actually see where Link goes. It's very trippy. So the theories are that, whoa, is he dead the whole time, we've heard, in the whole game? Or is this a magical world we've been transported to, like, so far from Hyrule? There's many more theories I can get into, but for now we'll just keep playing. Let's see, I'm going to set a little timer. This episode's going to be a little bit longer because we're just starting the game off. Why the sad face? I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Oh, come now. Do you really think you can beat me as I am now? I think I'm going along with the British theme of Poof Da, and I just got the British accent stuck in my head. So, what's everybody else up to? I really love this style of just like Let's Playing, and it's like an advanced version of a podcast, honestly, because you get to speak your mind. It's a very stream of consciousness experience. Oh God, this is terrifying. Very, very stream of conscious experience. Just whatever comes to your head, kind of like a podcast. And I mean, and a lot of times you have a topic to talk about, and this is a very visual, in my opinion, form of a podcast. Let's Plays, very fun. I've been watching Let's Plays for many years now, and it's really a dream come true for me to be doing this now. I couldn't think of a better game to start with. One of my favorites of all time. And really my goal is just to be... I want to be that comfort for people such as myself who would watch Let's Plays and really feel like they had a friend that they were playing video games with. I just think it's an amazing experience. Truly, there are a few words to describe it best. Some of my favorite memories growing up are when my cousin Luke would be visiting with his family, our family, extended, a little bit extended, not so much, family, and they'd be visiting, and one of my favorite things to do, we would wake up really early before even some of the grown-ups got up, and we'd run down the stairs, quietly, because we were very secretive, and we would, let's see, I'm just going to check my timer, we would just start playing, and it would truly... just like, and it didn't matter like who was playing too. That's a very special thing. Like, it could be me, it could be him, but no matter what, we just had a great time. And to me, that's what Let's Playing is an extension of it. And I feel like a lot of you can really relate to that feeling of being with a sibling or a friend, maybe at sleepovers, and in doing this, we can, through the magic of the internet, find that same magic. So here I am. Here's Deku Link. And if this game didn't scare you enough already, I mean, he's just kind of spooky. I mean, he's very unassuming and not too, like, definitely not threatening in the way of the Skull Kid, but he's got his own dreariness about him, and I don't know, and there's just like a lot of things about this game that I'm sure was lightning in a bottle. Same goes for Ocarina of Time, because if you think about the graphics of the Nintendo 64, in my opinion, really does lend to the spookiness. They have the remakes. Hold on, I love this part. We're about to look at the camera. We're about to break the fourth wall as Deku Link. Yep, she's gonna be our friend. She's gonna help us out. Yep, press up. And that's the only time really anything like that happens in the game, so enjoy it while it lasts, kids. So as I was saying, think about these graphics. Really, there is a spookiness to them, because this was the this was towards the end of the Nintendo 64's life cycle, as it were, and when it was the main Nintendo home console. And when it first came out, think about back to Mario 64, it was very much explorative in this new frontier of 3D graphics. So if you think some things look primitive, it's because yeah, I mean, that's just the way it was. So if you look at the remakes of these games, you kind of lose a little bit of that, at least I believe. So one of Deku Link's attributes is that he's able to burrow into these flower pods and fly around once he comes up. You get some Deku nuts.